Well, the apple definitely does not fall far from the tree, to say the very least. The one and only queen of the fairies, Titania Erza's mother, Eileen Belsirion, is also known as the Queen of the Dragons. Now, this is one of the most monumental chapters of Fairy Tail, to say the very least, seeing as this huge revelation took place within this chapter. It's much like when Silver was actually revealed to be Grey's father, and when as well Zeref was revealed to be Natsu's brother. So with this in mind, I actually decided that I'd go and share my feelings about this chapter within a video, and overall what I hope will transpire from this. Now, for starters, I want to actually go and touch on the whole arcade situation once again, to say the very least. Yeah, the salt is still there. I'm still quite angry about how the fight went down, you know, with Sting beating Larcade and all. I know, the White Shadow Dragon form was, I guess, basically the best counter that we could have possibly had. Maybe not the best, but one of the best counters that we could have possibly had to take out Larcade in the grand scheme of things. But it makes me feel as if Hero wants to demonstrate that in the end, any bad guy, no matter how strong, will turn out to be absolute fodder. I hope I speak for many others, though, when I say that if we see some of this shit with Zeref, unless Natsu is the one who beats Zeref, I will genuinely lose my mind. Like, that's the point where I just consider Alvarez to be by far the worst arc in Fairy Tail. That's just where it's all ruined. Currently, it's actually my favorite manga arc. I know it's kind of crazy, but if anyone single-handedly takes out Zeref on their own besides Natsu, I'll be absolutely furious. I mean, like, I held on to hope, though, that Larcade would, I guess, pull through in a way and just kind of, like, stand up and have, like, one of those gotcha bitch moments where he kind of, I guess, stands up and just absolutely goes on to obliterate Sting and the remainder of Sabretooth, who have now actually decided to congregate around him now that he's beaten. Maybe pull out, like, an Ethereus form, something along the way, just out of his ass. No clue what I was really thinking of, but, like, it's really obvious that won't happen anytime soon with Larcade's state right now. He's pretty bad right now. However, I still hold on to hope that we will revisit Larcade later on down the road, seeing as his character definitely still requires a ton of explaining. Continuing on from that, though, let's go and focus on the meat of this chapter, which is Eileen and Erza. So for those guys who missed it at the start of this video, or maybe just haven't read the chapter itself, Eileen was finally confirmed to be Erza's mother. Now, as I say confirmed, you guys probably already know that I'm someone who really just kind of saw this coming, so it wasn't really a big shocker as things like, you know, Zeref being Natsu's brother, or even to a certain extent with Silver being Grey's father, although I really saw that one coming too immediately when Silver was shown within Tartarus when he froze over Natsu. Like, I was kind of like, yeah, that's Grey's father right there. However, something that I did not see coming out of this was Eileen actually being Queen of the Dragons, or more specifically, the former Queen of the Dragons. Now, this is really where the shock factor came in when it comes to this chapter, and as well with the word former included, it's very obvious that she currently is not the Queen of the Dragons. However, I'm really questioning exactly how far back that position goes for her. I mean, at the end, it does say that Erza's secret defies time and space, so with that as well in mind, I could technically see it possible that Eileen could have, like, ruled over the dragons possibly as far back as 400 years ago, when dragons were more of, like, a prominent species and weren't, you know, overruled by humans and whatnot. Something as well that I could want to find out from this is how she lost the role of Queen of the Dragons. As well, I'm really hoping that Acnologia actually has a cameo within all of this. Maybe Acnologia was the person who actually stole the spot of ruler over all dragons at some point, seeing as we all know that he is the current king of the dragons. Maybe that's why Eileen said former Queen of the Dragons. But as well, speaking of Acnologia, this is as good a time as ever, in my personal opinion, to have him reappear. Like, I just have an aching feeling that he is somehow attached to Eileen and Erza. But overall, I'm not going to go to the extent of saying that this chapter was like one of those amazing chapters. I mean, the confirmation of Eileen being Erza's mother and the revelation as well of her actually ruling over the dragons at some point definitely was really cool, but I'm definitely not able to say that this chapter was up there with something like chapter 465, where Zeref was revealed to be Natsu's brother, or 510 when Natsu and Zeref's parents were revealed. However, this chapter is inevitably actually going to lead us down an absolutely amazing road for Fairy Tail, with the following chapter after this, which is chapter 514, being entitled The Dragon Seed. Now, I'm really hoping that we actually find out a lot about Erza within these upcoming chapters of Fairy Tail, especially who her father is. That's something that I really, really want to know. And once we find out who Erza's father is, we basically have all the parents for all the main characters of Fairy Tail revealed to us, which would personally be an absolutely monumental point in the series, for my personal opinion. Nevertheless, that's going to just about do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, remember to leave a like, share, support, and subscribe if you're new. Peace.